So I'm in America, well at least I think I am, and I'm surrounded by people calling me a foreigner. What gives? So I'm here on the West Coast with Sea Milk, and we're doing this thing where we're checking out the best Chinese food in America. He's currently just headed off with Vivi to In-N-Out Burger because, believe it or not, he's never had In-N-Out Burger before, and neither has Vivi, so they thought they'd make a video about it. I'll link that for you because it should be quite fun. But here I am walking around in Los Angeles, and I feel like I've never left China. It's bizarre. The signs and the buildings everywhere are in Chinese. I mean, it's really blowing my mind at the moment because 80 to 90% of the people that are sitting around and eating here and walking around are all Chinese, which is really, really weird. Yeah. 看到了吗? Oh, 真的吗? Oh, cool, cool. Actually, here's a here. Yeah, 我会说一点点。啊，是吗？标准的。你之前不是住在那深圳还是？对对，我住深圳，我对，下个月会去。哎，看到了吗？哦，非常好。帅哥拍啊。Oh, stay awesome. Yeah. Very good. Hey, very nice to meet you. 很高兴认识你啊。好 ，OK, bye bye. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like I said, about 80 to 90% of the people around here are Chinese, and as you saw, even bumped into one of my subscribers. Let me just get past. I mean, like seriously, I may as well just be in China here, and that's what's quite fantastic. Take a look. Everything on the sign there is in Chinese for this dentist. Now it's blown me away more than just the fact that, you know, you got Chinese on almost every sign here, which is, I mean, look at that, that's pretty awesome. It's the fact that I'm being called a foreigner here. And okay, yeah, sure, I am a foreigner. I'm not American, right? But I'm here with Sea Milk, and he's an American, and he's being called a foreigner too. Anyway, the funny thing is because we're arranging to go to different, you know, we're trying to go to all these different restaurants, and we've got some arranged, but some of them are not arranged. So what's happened is there's been a few situations where we've just had to walk into a restaurant and ask to speak to the manager. Really weird is a lot of these managers can't actually speak English, and especially a lot of the bosses of the restaurants can't speak English. They only speak Chinese, but of course we can speak Chinese, so it's no big deal. So what'll happen is we'll walk into a restaurant, ask the staff to call over the manager or the boss, and this has happened now 3 times where the staff will, you know, call up the boss or the manager and say in Chinese, hey, there are 2 foreigners here who can speak Chinese. Which is weird, you know, they'll say, 这里有2个外国人可以讲普通话, something like that, you see. Which is really quite funny and very ironic because, well, if Sea Milk is an American, he's not a foreigner. Now I'm actually having quite a lot of fun because as I walk around, I can hear people speaking in Chinese and I can understand what they're saying, and they don't expect me to understand what they're saying. So I can hear them over talking, saying things about like, oh, look at that foreigner with a camera, and you know, just random stuff like that. But it honestly blows my mind that you can have communities like this, which really, it's just like being in China. There's a supermarket here where you can go and buy everything that you can buy in China. All the people at the checkout counter are Chinese and they speak Chinese, and it's totally weird. I mean, I'm even spot the fake monks that you get in China that I warned you about in one of my scams videos. So it's I may as well not have left. Now this whole thing of calling, you know, Americans or someone like myself a foreigner by the sort of Chinese immigrants or the local Chinese population, it's not really, there's no real malice behind it, you know. It's not really a racist thing or anything like that. It's got to do with the way they describe people that aren't Chinese or people that don't look Chinese. You see, in the Chinese language, 外国人 or 老外 just means outsider or, you know, outside of country person. But it is also a little strange that they will only really use that to describe sort of white people or lighter skinned foreigners.
Hello, Florida. Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, photo camera.
Yes, it's a camera.
Okay. Hello, I'm from Florida. What are you from? Hello.
All right, goodbye. Thank
拜拜，
you.
多你啦。
Okay, bye-bye, Chinese person. In my experience, in all the years I've been living in China, if I'm with a black friend, they will call them Heiren. They will say, oh, you know, if they're talking, you're walking past, they'll say, "Ah,你看那个黑人那么高," or something. You know, look, that black person is so tall. And when they see me, they'll say, 你看那个外国人那么胖, or well, they don't normally say that about me, but you know, if they want to say something, they'll be like, "Ah, 你看那个外国人的鼻子那么高," or some such nonsense. So, you know, the thing is, it's just a descriptive word, I suppose. And in my experience, other Asians, they will call them Ruben Rin, or, you know, Japanese, or Hangguo Rin. That's, you know, Korean. And Vietnamese, you know, Yunnan Rin, etc., etc. Indians as well, they'll call them Indu Rin. So what it boils down to really is that if you're European looking and you walk into a Chinese immigrant area of your city, doesn't matter if you live in Germany or Italy or, you know, anywhere in the world, Australia, you're probably going to be called a Waiguarin, especially by the sort of newly immigrated mainland population. Now, you may have noticed, by the way, that I'm no longer in Los Angeles. I'm currently walking around in San Francisco, which is amazing. The Chinatown here is fantastic. Reminds me of Hong Kong a lot. And we had our screening in Los Angeles a few days ago, and it was an absolute success. We sold out the theater. Thank you to everybody who came. It was such a good experience. You know, it's the first time C-Milk and I have been able to see so many of our subscribers, you know, all in one place. And you know, everybody loved the show, and it was amazing for us to actually see ourselves on the big screen. It's first time. And heartfelt thank you to all of you guys who made it out there. It was such a fantastic evening, and we all went for drinks afterwards and got to talk to a lot of you guys and, you know, put names to faces, things like that. So thank you. And this trip we're doing is just, it's outstanding. And the series is going to be outstanding. I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to enjoy it, because you'll get to see, you know, where to find the best sort of authentic and tastiest Chinese food in America. I'm joined by my friend and a fellow Westerner, C-Milk, over here.
Guilty as charged.
I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Now, I've just made this video. It's all about us being called foreigners here in America, and you being an American, how does it feel for you to be called a foreigner in your own country?
It's kind of weird, because if I had been here without speaking Chinese, I would never know. I'd be none the wiser. I've probably been called a foreigner a lot in America growing up, going to Chinese restaurants and stuff. But now being able to speak Chinese and actually hear it, at first it wasn't jarring at all, because in the places that we've been in, it actually feels like we're still in China.
Totally. You walk around it, do you feel like a foreigner?
Right.
You know?
It wasn't until we went to some normal malls where there's normal Western people that probably grew up here walking around, and then hearing Chinese people call me a foreigner, or a Waiguarin, or a Lao Wai, which I've heard a few times, or a Gui Lao.
Yeah, we heard Gui Lao in the Cantonese area.
Yeah. When I heard that, it did take me by surprise, and I started to realize I probably shouldn't be used to it, because I am a local here.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird, like, you're the foreigner, aren't you? You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So, I mean, but are you okay with it? You think it's all right? Does it really tick you off? Is it?
No, I mean, I'm not a triggered type, you know.
That's good,
People can say whatever they want, but they shouldn't get triggered if I call them a foreigner, though.
No, they
tit
shouldn't.
For tat,
yeah,
right?
tit for tat. That's kind of the point of this video, is I'm just trying to get it across, that it's more of a cultural and a language thing.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I guess we're the best people to really bring this point across, having lived in China so long.
Yeah.
There are a couple other things I'd like to say before we finish this video off. I already told everybody about our screening.
Yeah.
But what did
amazing.
you? I mean,
there's one thing about seeing yourself on YouTube videos and having the big community behind you, reading the comments. It's super supportive and awesome.
Yeah.
But it's very different to have 200 odd people cheering while you see yourself on the big screen. It's super humbling, and it was life changing in a way.
Absolutely.
I never thought I'd
cool.
see us like
so
that,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, I know, it was awesome.
It was amazing, and I really appreciate everyone that came out.
Yeah. Now, there are a couple of things. Before, there's something I do want to say, but before, you know, I mentioned that you went to go and have an In-N-Out burger with your wife.
Yeah, super
interesting.
interesting.
And I hear you say that you prefer Five Guys?
Well, I don't want to say that in this video, because they should go check it out for themselves.
Yeah, but they'll find out why and all that.
We made comparisons, and it's not that Five Guys was better. It was a completely different feeling. But Vivi had a good time. She's a huge burger fan, way more than pizza, which kind of pisses me off because I love pizza. But she's a huge burger fan, and she enjoyed both. Okay. But her reaction to this one was pretty funny, and it was really cool to go to an In-N-Out finally, because we don't have them in New York.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, having tried both, I still personally prefer In-N-Out. I think it's by far my favorite sort of American fast food
Gotcha.
like chain. It's just amazing. Anyway, yeah. I got one other thing to say. Any of you guys who've stumbled across this video who don't know who this guy is, he's, you know, my best friend, and we've been doing videos together in China for years now. And we've got our channel ADV China, which led to our big documentaries. And, you know, we're currently doing this food tour thing, which I told you about. That's why we're getting fat, because we've been eating so much.
I just realized I haven't been in one of your videos for ages.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's weird.
I also wanted to tell you, man, I'm really proud of the progress that you made.
Thanks, I really appreciate it.
If you go back in the history, you'll see that when I was kind of starting out, and I'd been doing it for a couple of years, he came on the scene and he kind of made a video to congratulate me on hitting 5,000 subscribers.
Just want to be one of the first ones to say on YouTube, congratulations to you, Winston, serpentza. Also, a big congratulations to 5,000 subscribers. Anyway, looking forward to your videos and keep them going. You're a huge inspiration to me.
Those are the days.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. I wanted to congratulate you on your massive growth, because
200K we just broke.
There's a reason why. I've met a lot of other aspiring YouTubers along the way, Chinese YouTubers, China YouTubers, I should say. And I've tried to help as many of them as possible along the way as well, with advice and with trying to do collaborations and involving them in projects. You're the only one who ever took the ball and ran with it. You're the only one who actually upped their game, learned how to edit, learned how to shoot, took my advice, and then did better. Like, I'd say your editing these days is eclipsing mine, and it's so cool to see that. You know what I mean?
We wouldn't be anywhere without your awesome shooting skills and your patience with the shots, which is massively important as well. It's a good team.
And that's why when this new series comes out, guys, it's probably going to be the best thing that either of us have ever put out.
Guaranteed.
Because we've been getting the shots, we've got lights and 2 cameras on all the food, and you know, C-Milk's going to be doing the editing. I've been doing all the shooting.
Right.
We're going to be including all sorts of goodies, and it's going to be fantastic. So keep an eye out for that. It's not going to be on my channel. It's going to be on the ADV China channel, which is our joint channel.
You betcha.
But, you know, don't worry. If you just watch my channel, when it comes along, you'll see I'll be putting up little ads for it, and, you know, go check out his stuff as well. So.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Right, yeah. So until next time, guys, you know the drill. As always, stay awesome.
camera.
Yeah.
Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
Camera. Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
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 Camera.
This is the camera.
Hello, I'm from Florida. What are you from? Hello.
All right, goodbye.
Bye
Thank
bye,
you.
Florida. Hello, Florida. Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
Hello, Florida. Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
Hello, Florida. Oh, photo camera.
Yeah.
Hello, Florida. Oh,
Yes, it's a camera.